Hello everyone, my name is Arios, and welcome to 20XX. This is an indie game on Steam that, if you won't catch on pretty quickly, is highly inspired by the Mega Man series. There are two characters that you play as, and you go through levels and you fight bosses. Excuse me. It is online multiplayer, but unfortunately I don't have any friends right now to play with. But it is also a rogue game, which is just awesome to think of a classic Nintendo game or a classic game period that gives rogue elements, like if it was a Mario game or something like that. Now, I have played this a lot. I actually recorded a couple of episodes with a really good friend of mine, and unfortunately every time I recorded, something went wrong. So this time I'm going to try and actually get something recorded, because I want to showcase the game because it's still in development, but the developer constantly is spewing out updates for this. I played this game less than maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this entire area is completely different. So anyway, just like well, not just like with most Mega Man games, you pick your first zone. In this game, unfortunately, you don't, and I'm not going to keep comparing it to Mega Man, even though it's clearly what it is. But for some apparent reason, I always keep starting with the Astral Twins. So just like any rogue game, you are limited on number of health. Health is normally not super easy to come by. The game is in early development, so it doesn't scale difficulty-wise that well. But at the same time, that's really hard to say if that's because of the scaling, or that's just because of my luck. Because bear in mind, I'm getting the token. Bear in mind, there are plenty of people who play, like, let's just say, like the Binding of Isaac for this situation. And this is a challenge room, by the way. No powers. Cool. I don't have any powers yet, anyway. Anyway, but in most rogue games, you can have flawless runs where you get every weapon, power up, anything you can think of in, shoot, the first level. Well, not the first level, the first couple of levels, because, you know, some of them are pretty long. But this game it's no different. Ooh, I got hover. Yes. So now I can double jump and I hover for a few seconds. Sweet. So you get armor pieces that overall beef up, and you actually get a cool aesthetic look with it as well. But you also get minor power-ups like you do with any other rogue game, where you get more strength, or for the sake of argument, we're going to say stronger magic, since powers are, that's the best way to describe powers, or like your magic. They're the special boss abilities that you get, or you can get. You don't necessarily have to. You also get rewards for beating it in a timely manner. There's not necessarily a reward for, you know, not taking any damage by going through the entire dungeon, but I mean, or a dungeon. All right. Well, that health is going to be much more useful. There's no reward for like going through flawlessly or anything like that, but I'm not nitpicking it for that under any circumstance, because I'm nowhere near good enough to go through any of these levels without taking any damage. I mean, I played this a lot. Like I said, oh crap. My friend and I, we played this quite a few times, and we had some amazing runs. And then we also had some terrible no items, no power boosts, or we'd get the secret items, which if I get lucky, I can run into one of those, and I can show you what those are. Well, they're not secret items. They're more like the devil items, or well, yeah, I would say the devil items from the Binding of Isaac, since that's I forgot I could hover. The devil items from the Binding of Isaac, where you choose to sacrifice something to gain more power. In this case, I don't know all the power-ups just yet, and a lot of those negative power-ups are way unforgiving if you decide to pick one. So this is the first boss that I go up against, and it's these twin douchebags, and I don't have any strength bonus, so right now the first boss is like super easy. But the bosses scale tremendously as you start to progress. So it's not like if we got crushed by the things. Cool. if I chose, if I got to choose, if I choose, which you'll see that in a moment, if you choose different bosses at different intervals, they become harder or easier depending on when you use them. So a lot of times with, any of these kind of games, strategy is kind of key. So a lot of the harder bosses, I in my opinion, have what I think the harder bosses are. So I'm gonna go with this bat to start with. And so you finish a level, you get an extra bonus for finishing it quickly. I didn't get any. Oh shoot! I didn't get any actual power increases. I got a lot of utility increases, which is great because this game doesn't seem to right now scale with your power-ups. So if you get an attack, if you get a attack increaser power-up, and you get another one, and you get another one, and you get another one, you just keep gaining more attack, which I understand. But that same scale translates over to movement, so you can actually get speed increases as well. Oh, that's the activated. Oh, there's probably a mini challenge. You can actually get speed and jump increases as well. Like that, I just got even more max energy, which again, that's not that big of a deal. Shut up! I'm just trying. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Drop. I'm just trying to explain this. Anyway, so they scale, and so you can get like some awesomely mad hops in this game, which is so awesome for a game like this, especially because it makes you feel like a natural woman. And those glowy guys are mini bosses, I guess is the best way to describe them. Not necessarily challenges. And they give you soul chips, which soul chips are the only thing that carry over upon death. Oh shoot. So when you hover, whenever you go back to the hub world, you could actually start off by taking in power-ups with you that you ended with, which is really, really neat. Yay! More strength! Oh! More strength per every level I gain 1 strength. That is awesome. I've never gotten that before. Ugh, excuse me. So it's very simple, but it's also very, very addicting, especially if you enjoy the Mega Man series, which I honestly have not played very many Mega Mans, but my favorite is Mega Man X. Like, I played through that so many times, trying to do so much better each time. But I still like the whole Mega Man idea as well. And I'm playing through as the easier of the two, because you can actually play through as a melee character or the Buster style character, the Mega Man more equivalent character. Crap, that was a waste. What's this? Adds bonus in level reward. Enemies drop more nuts. Yeah, we get both power-ups. And like I said, it gets significantly harder as it goes. The levels themselves, to my lack of skill, I don't know if they just get harder or if I just get worse, because for some apparent reason I just start getting like annihilated. Now there, also I did get a villain power or an enemy power-up. And that's just because of this one has the ability to deflect enemy attacks and also dish out damage. And that's kind of very, very, very useful in these minor bullet hells. And these nowhere near. Oh shoot, that hurt. These nowhere near get as this game. Plus 4 energy at start level. Sure. I mean, it's not very useful. It doesn't really scale to that degree. Ooh, more speed. Yeah, let's gotta go fast. Oh, well, even more speed. So it scales up pretty well. With my speed increase, and you can already tell that my jumps are way better than they were before. Now, there's also dialogue between these two, and I kind of haven't been paying attention to that, so I do apologize for that. I'm gonna take down this guy, because I hate this guy now. So the game is constantly being updated. The developer has been scaling things. They've been adding so much. There hasn't been any new bosses in a while, but I'm not knocking anything because of not having 5 new. If they doesn't have 5 new levels, this game is stupid. Ooh, yes. So that one's a power-up that's similar to, like, you know, a diminishing return kind of power-up. It increases your power by 1 or 2 points, but makes your powers attack much weaker. Okay. Which, from what I've played of this game, powers seem strong, but I've not found a power besides the one I'm using right now that more power. Oh no! That I constantly want to use to the point that I stop using my attack, or I use it to make up, to compensate, or ooh, another challenge door. Ah! Oh god, run away. What's this one? This is no powers. I can do that. That makes me want to constantly use it. So none of them really seem to have like a super over. Well, I mean, I can't really complain too much because it is that situation where if the powers were super overpowered, then there would be a more cookie cutter style build, which there is kind of a cookie cutter. Kills and restores energy. Cool. So you can see my aesthetics have changed. I've got, even though the armor pieces I got kind of suck because they're all different armor pieces. So I've got a green buster, some blue leggings, and a red top. Sorry, I still don't feel 100%. Yeah, and my nose is not cooperating today. So I can't remember what that said about my power up. Something about. I know it's about my charge shot. I think it's maybe where my charge shot can destroy projectiles. But there's a lot of really, really neat power-ups. That would be great if like not rotating, but picking the right ones would be great. If they rotated through a little bit more frequently, or if there were a little bit more differences in boss fights. And let's see, enemies drop more stuff. Yeah, and more nuts. And more of these nuts. Because it kind of seems like you get all these rogue powers, but you never actually, like, you can still, there's still a good set that, I mean, I would have to say it's probably one of the best combinations that works really, really well and makes you nearly indestructible kind of deal. Which kind of sucks on one hand, but you still have to be good enough to jump through everything and dodge everything, which I am not. Yeah, and I did that on purpose because I want these nuts. I'm not getting any basic attack power. I guess I'm getting a good amount. Run from the monsters. Sweet. Next boss! So, like I said, I've played through it a couple of times, so none of the bosses' unique attack is very menacing. I would honestly say if there was a mode, which I think there is a mode where you can turn off selecting your own boss, which gives you, oh shoot, a higher score multiplier. Why do I struggle with this boss so much? Where you can get a higher multiplier, or run away! So that's how you're supposed to normally fight the boss. My friend and I, when we've fought him, we actually have stayed up there and just endured it to just take him down quicker because he's climbing up this stupid thing is such a pain. Keep attacking! Oh crap, come on. Get him. Come on, quit being invincible! Quit being randomly invincible! Really? Ah, that's new. Oh crap, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Oh god, jeez, I'm so stupid! I should have just ran. I'm dumb for even staying up there like a moron. Okay, so that was Nina. So I'm gonna switch to Ace. Cool, that's actually a cool animation. And he is a melee class. So he naturally has more HP, and he actually hits way harder. Not way harder. He actually hits much harder than Nina does. Oh, wait. No. I want to spin my chips. But, naturally, the sacrifice is that he's melee. Attack speed, health. So these are buffs that you can take into you with the next round. Oh, what's this? It's 10 armor, spreadable. Oh, okay. But when you start a new round, you get an if you win and if you die. Oh, I started with a different boss this time. You get completely different ones. So you can sometimes you'll get really shoot. Sometimes you'll start off with really crappy extra power-ups. Trust me, I mean, they're always good to buy anyway if you've got the soul chips for it, because when you play through a lot of levels, you get a lot of soul chips because you fight a lot of bosses. And then you also get some bonus soul chips after you complete levels. Ah, crap! And getting bonuses. So it's not like you have to constantly stockpile, because once you start a new round, you actually automatically lose them. So you might as well spend them on something for your next round, because you may get even more soul chips and you may find even more items next time. The right set of items are ones you take into next fight. If I remember correctly, the left set of items are items that you unlock to be able to show up in the game period. Ooh, I got flight. Yes. So flight is similar to hovering. Fly instead of hover. And I like the flight one a little bit better. Although it's strange that it says 1 second, but it lasts longer. So that's the nitpicky thing I knew. But going up. So the flight kind of makes everything makes the traps and stuff, or the actual navigation really easy. But it's also, I also rely on it a bit too much a lot of times. So I'll wind up getting myself killed because I'm like, I got this. I can go for this shortcut easily. And then kind of forget that it's only 1 second, not make it back up, and then lose unnecessary amounts of health. The damage scaling or penalty, I think, could be improved if it was... sure. I'll sacrifice some health. If you fell off a cliff, I think it should do more than 1 damage. Because a lot of times it's just like, you get to the bottom of a, oh, jeez! I forgot how much stronger he is than Nina. Oh, God. Oh, God. But Nina is much safer than he is. It's like, this boss is... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Ah, shoot. This boss is a lot tougher with him than it is with Nina. Which, it's I got lucky and he was the first one. Oh, yes! So, I got more jumping. Yes! And yes, that is a knock to Mario, in case you didn't know that or you've been living under a rock. So you pick one of 3 bonuses when you finish a round. You either can get more money, more health, usually more health, or one random stat increase, or you get the ability of the boss. And a lot of times, like I said, the boss abilities don't seem all that useful, so I stick with my default and just go in there wailing unless I get the ability to block projectiles, because that's super handy. Yeah. Gotcha. I am just, wasting health. So, I'm not finding one yet, but I hope to find one of those, like I said, the best way to describe them are like the devil or the antechambers. I forgot I could fly. And up. Nope. And up. Got it. Up. Because if I could find an antechamber, I can show you, they are massive penalties. Like in the Binding of Isaac, you lose your maximum HP, which, is terrible and all, but there's way to make up, I guess that's not a good comparison. But anyway, you lose maximum HP. In this game, I've actually gotten ones that have reduced my maximum HP down to nothing, but I've been super powerful, or, things like that. Like, there are kind of things similar to that in the Binding of Isaac. Give me just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So it seems like I'm breezing through this, and like I said, I have played this a lot. Compared to my other playthroughs where I go through completely blind, I actually was playing a couple of blind playthroughs, but like I said, things happen, excuses, blah, 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 blah. So, it seems like I'm breezing through this, which, you know, I say that like I'm super cocky because I'm super good at this game, obviously, but I've had my fair share of bad runs. I actually died a couple of times. Run faster, jump higher. I want this. That's much more useful in my opinion to be able to jump super high. Oh, that's so much nicer. So if I anticipate a lot of the bosses, it's because I've beaten all the bosses. Unfortunately, after you beat all the bosses, it's just like with the Binding of Isaac. You're done. You start a whole new game. What I would like to see is the more you unlock, the more you progress. So, like in this, it's kind of, you know, it kind of adds more bosses. Oh, so you can find dead bodies of I'm guessing they're supposed to be you because I died against this boss. Those dead bodies usually will have a piece of your armor to carry over, just like it is in most rogue games. What's really cool though is they can actually have your armor pieces that you left, which is really, really good, especially if you're trying to rebuild your set that you had before. Alright, WTF. Ooh, which one was that? Oh, yes! Give me that. Yes! Yes! Especially playing through his, him. Nah, I'm gonna get that. I don't have a power anyway, there's no point in boosting it up. Nuts restore 1 energy. Might as well. It's free. Sweet. Making progress. I'm actually doing a lot better this time. I mean, I was doing pretty well the last time, but I'm doing better with him than I was with her. And that's strange because whenever my friend and I played through, we were actually both Ninas. Because Ace is a little bit harder to play as you start getting, you know, overwhelmed by enemies because he can only attack at point blank, while Nina can just fire a shot across and wipe out most mobs. But like I said, the benefit is that he does a lot more damage, and I am just mowing through stuff. Ooh, another mini boss. Ow, 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 ow. I mean boss. Ouch. Oh, I need to get up there. Oh man, really? I'm just gonna have to eat it. Ouch. Going up. What's this? Oh, energy! Great! I don't even have a freaking power yet to use that on. So you do get, you know... Oh, yes, another one. Don't attack. Oh, I can't do that! So it's don't attack, but I have no powers, so I can't fight back. I just be standing there eating it. And there's no, like... I don't know if you can just, like, sit there and not attack because there is a time limit. Or if you have to clear them. I mean, I could go and check it out. Nah. I want to keep making progress. I want you to see some of these bosses. Oh, God, no. Man. Yeah. Oh, God. I suck. I'm sucking all of a sudden. Sucking more than usual. I'm sucking. Yes. Alright, go. Fall down. Yeah. And the multiplayer does scale it amazingly with difficulty. Especially what kind of sucks though is it scales it even after death. So it still stays that difficult. And you can revive your partner as long as one of you stays alive. You can revive your partner. But there doesn't seem to be a negative consequence to that right now, mind you. So if your partner dies, this guy really needs a back attack, or he doesn't need to go to corners because he becomes like really easy when he's on a side like that. He needs to use that more often on sides. Oh crap! Now he becomes the bullet hell guy. Got him! Stuff everywhere. Oh, I didn't even grab that. All right, I'm gonna get more health. What I get out of here? More health? Jeez. All right. So with that, I'm actually going to leave this episode here because I do like showcasing the game, but I don't want to spoil everything because it's a really cool game, and I would love to see more people play it, and I'd love to see it get more attention, especially if it makes the developer do much more because it's super fun. But anyway, this was 20XX. Thank you so much for joining me on this Let's Play. If you have any suggestions on adventures you'd like to go on, leave a comment down below. Who knows, maybe we'll go on your adventure next time. Oh god.